Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, I'll get started anyway. So, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day or night or whatever part of the day it is for you. Good morning, welcome. So, for me, it is morning, August 14th, and I just wanted to come on and share, just do a little video here. First of all, let me introduce myself for those who don't know who I am. My name, I like to go by Shay, and hence the S in S and P, right? That's me. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning into this video. And if you are returning, thank you so much for choosing to come back again and see me. So anyways, moving on. So I started this channel. You know what? Let me turn off my work computer. You know, technology be listening. And only thing I want to listen right now is y'all. So one moment. So I hope it doesn't still listen while it's shut down. I should probably unplug it just to be on the safe side. And I ain't paranoid or nothing, but you know, things is getting pretty advanced these days, so you can just like never be too safe. And you might be like, girl, why does it even matter? Because you sharing this online, this video, right? Where a lot of people could potentially see it, right? Well, true, but y'all don't know me. And you're not my work, you know. I don't want my job listening to anything more than what they need to listen to, which is me talking on their phone systems. They don't need to hear me in my private time, right? So hopefully that's what it is. I just got this laptop from work, and yeah, so all right. So anyway, moving right on. The purpose of this video is because I was thinking yesterday, after, you know, trying to calculate the extra money that I'm trying to bring in, right? I thought this channel was gonna be about me learning how to do reselling. Well, it's actually not about that. You know, this channel is actually dedicated to me having different ways to try and get myself out of debt. No, not try, to get myself out of debt, because I believe that I am going to get out of debt. I just have to be disciplined enough to follow through on the promises that I'm making to myself. So, so reselling was one of the ways that I was going to do that, right? I was going to sell the things that that I have that I no longer use. The, you know, the clothes, the shoes, and things like that that are in excess or that are outgrown, you know, that aren't, you know, in bad condition or anything like that. Like, they're in pretty decent condition. So I figure, versus just giving it away at the Goodwill or donating it, why not try, you know, to make some of the money back from what was spent on it. So that's my rationality. Because besides doing that, you know, my husband was just like, just throw it away, you know. And that kind of like, that kind of made me feel like, hold on, you know, that's money my hard-earned money, and I'll say it's hard-earned because I don't really like what I do for work. So um, it's hard-earned because there's a stress behind it, you know. So to see what my money has gone to in the trash is kind of hard, you know. So to make it back, I chose to resell. So that's what I'm doing. Now, granted, everything that I'm reselling, I did not buy with my own money. Some of it, if not majority of it, um, like as far as the clothes and the shoes, um, those are things that were purchased. Well, for my children's clothes and shoes. Those my husband had purchased with his money. Some of it I purchased too with my money, but or he went out and bought it. But you know, anyway, it don't matter. It's all money for the household. But anyway, to see the money go down the waste, knowing that I have the debt that I have, and knowing that, you know, I owe people, I'm like, no, you know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. If it's got some use in it, let's get those uses out of it. Otherwise, it's like, why am I spending money on this thing that is only going to be used 3 times or for a month or whatever, a few times a month, and then throw it away? That doesn't make any sense, right? I'm not getting my money's worth. That's all it was worth, was what? It's like renting it, you know what I mean? So anyway, reselling was going to be my thing. But I'm like, hold on. It's a learning curve to it. You know, you got to learn how to price things the correct way. And to be honest, I was feeling a little nervous or whatnot because about doing it, just because I know that not all the support that I would like to be there is there, as far as, you know, um, belief in my ability to do it. You know, I believe that it'll work out for me, but not everybody that is near to me feels that way. So thinking about those things, you know, kind of makes me a little, it kind of weighs on my confidence a little bit, you know. But anyway, moving right along. So, and the money was slow, you know. I've got like maybe, so I've had a total of maybe 6 sales since March, I think it is. I think I got my first sale in March. We're now in August, so that's March, April. Let me see, is this thing even recording? Have I been talking all this time and this ain't recording? Oh, sorry y'all. I was not sure if it was recording. But anyway, yeah, so since March, so it's August, so March, April, May, June, July, August. So it's been 5 months. So you could say I had like a sale every month, right? And from the two, it's like it say it's $111 or whatnot when you combine all of it, but I'm like, where's the money? You know, where's the money? But I realized it didn't go to, I didn't spend the money on, now when I say $111, that's supposed to be the amount of money that I received. But that money, instead of me putting it into the debt that I have, I put it back towards my kids. I put it towards food, you know, things that seemed like they couldn't wait. And so I was like, okay, this is kind of slow. And let me try other things. So because you know with reselling it's like a wait and see what sells kind of thing. Like, because I don't know exactly what the trends are and stuff like that. So those are things I have to learn, and I just haven't took the time to learn it. So it's a learning curve. So I was like, okay, well I need money the same day I make it. I don't want to have to wait 2 weeks, 1 week, or whatever to receive um, money for work that I have done right now. So I was like, well, what's the next thing? So I started. I actually signed up to do DoorDash. I signed up to do DoorDash last year, and that was right at the beginning of when I was like, man, I'm in debt. I need to get out of debt. And plus, I was like really in a position to where I did not like my job, right? So I was like, I'm about to quit this job. I need to, start putting some other things together and um, start making some money, that I could get right now. Because I was feeling like the money that I was making at work, it was all going to bills. Like I wasn't making anything extra. And it was like, and every time I get anything a little extra, it felt like it was getting taken away by something else. So I was feeling frustrated. I need something to shake right now. What's going to shake right now? Kind of thing. So, so my first time door dashing was last year, and I did it like one day. And it's like when I know that somebody disapproves of something that I'm doing, and I have to see that person every day, that makes me think like, you're not supportive of my goals, so you need to be over there. You need to be where I can't see you, where I can't hear your thoughts, where I can't see your face, because if I'm around supportive people, it's gonna boost my morale, right? And I'm pretty sure maybe all of you are like that, right? Where you need people around you that believe in what you're doing, like you don't want a negative talker. Like in the scary movies, how they be like, you got people that's trying to survive, and you got people that's so afraid of death that they're just confessing it. Oh, we're gonna die, And you got that one person or those 2, 3 people that's like, no, come on, we gotta fight, they ready to throw down, that kind of thing. And I'm like that, when it comes to things that I'm trying to do. I'm like, I don't need nobody around me telling me that I can't do it, because I believe that I can. I believe it's gonna work out, and you're resisting me moving forward, and that's like enemy talk. So anyway, so I was doing DoorDash, right, and so I picked it up again this year over the summer while my kids was out of school. I was like, okay, this is gonna be the game plan. I'm gonna start door dashing for some extra money, because my kids are gonna need school clothes. They don't grew. They're gonna need school shoes, And then I'm like, well, and any extra money that I get, I could put towards the bills, because, right, I'm getting paid every day that I do it, the same day, And the cool thing about it is the cool thing about it is, like, once you're done doing your delivery or whatever it is that you're doing, you could be doing a delivery, you could be doing a shopping thing. Um, what you could be doing delivery or shopping delivery. Yeah. So one of the cool things about that is you could turn it on and off as you want to. As soon as you turn it off, as soon as you go offline or whatever, your money can drop into your account. You have a preference of being paid through their account, their debit card, which is free. You can have money transferred into your account. Takes a few days if you do that option. Um, and you can have it deposited into your own bank card, your own checking right away. But they're they're gonna charge you a fee for that. So when I learned that, I was like, okay, bet. So granted, I wasn't really making that much money. I think because I would only do it 3 days out of the week, but my kids did summer school, right? So I would only get to do it for like an hour or 2 hours because I only did it on days that I didn't have to work my regular job, because I don't like working. I don't like doing too much on the days that I have to work, just because I work 10-hour shifts and it's overnights. So if I'm getting off late and waking up early and then going to work in the afternoon, I realized that I need my sleep, first of all. So sleep is very important. Yeah, I learned that the hard way by pushing myself too hard, to where I had only got 4 hours of sleep one day over a 2-day period, and my body reacted in a way where I felt like I was hit by a Mack truck. Went to the doctor for it, and they was trying to say, oh, you got lupus, or you got some type of autoimmune disease or whatever. But really, it was just my body responding to the stress that I had put it under for not sleeping for those 2 or 3 days, not adequately sleeping. And yeah, I didn't realize how important sleep is in my big old age. But moving right along, yeah, so I did DoorDash, made what? I made like over $100 doing that. And I didn't put none of that towards my goal of debt, because like I said, I was using the money towards food and clothes and things like that, and gas, different things like that. But the purpose of it now, the kids have school clothes, they have shoes, so I really want to focus on uh, getting rid of my debt. And so I've added Uber Eats to my things to do. So I have 3 sources of income. So I have reselling online, and I have DoorDash, and I have Uber Eats. So those 3 things are going for me. And I just started doing Uber Eats. When did I do Uber Eats? I did Uber Eats the first time on Tuesday. And I feel like I kind of like that a little better, just because the app, like when you're doing your deliveries and stuff, it talks to you, versus DoorDash, it doesn't talk to you. So these, I'm gonna have to do a comparison between the two in another video. But yeah, so this channel, I said all of that to say that this channel is dedicated to me getting out of debt. It's me finding solutions for advancing, financially and things like that. So in other words, if you are in a similar boat, meaning like you're trying to look to improve your financial status, you're trying to get out of debt, you want to get out of that, get out of the hamster wheel of buying this and owing this person over a period of time and things like that. This may be a spot to where we can mingle, you know what I mean? Network, things like that. So anyway, if anything that I've said has resonated with you, then I would say please please subscribe, and leave a comment to let me know that you're here. I hope that you will return, and hope to see you in the next video. Ciao for now.